Hi, Dan. Thanks for contacting us in regard to an employee share ownership plan for your company. How did you learn about us?
I've been wanting to sell shares to my employees for several years, Perry, and it's been one of my main goals in business, but I just never had the time to do it, nor the knowledge of how to go about it. And so I asked my accountant and lawyer, but they really didn't know much about ESOPs, and they generally both took the position that one should not sell shares to employees. But I thought it was a good idea, so I decided to do my own research, and your name and your company kept coming up on all of my searches on the internet, and anything that I read about, it was always you and your company that was there.
Well, thanks for contacting us, and let me ask you, why is it that you want to sell shares to your employees?
Three main reasons, really, Perry. The first one is that, well, retirement's looming ahead in the not-too-distant future for me, and between now and then, I want to stop working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And don't get me wrong, I love my business, but I think that by sharing the ownership, I'll be able to pull back and maybe have a little bit more of a balanced life. Now, another reason is that I really want to engage my employees to think and act more like owners, so they're making their daily decisions with a bigger picture in mind. I'm confident it would allow them to be more productive, and that would be good for the bottom line, and it would probably allow them to feel more valued in their positions too. Now, I've got a third reason, and that's that for the business to grow and to continue to be successful into the future, I need to retain my top people, those ones who have been there with me and instrumental in our success. And I think that if they were receiving a piece of the profit pie, it would be a great incentive for them to stay. And I also think that, if employee ownership were an option, our business could be a quote-unquote employee of choice when it comes to recruiting and attracting new talented folks.
Right. Well, we like to say, basically, you want to share the insomnia. And over 40 years of independent research has shown that ESOPs do attract and retain people to your company and will increase employee engagement, leading to higher productivity and profits. And of course, as a bonus, it just is fun to work at an ESOP-type company. We've seen this time and time again with many of our clients. Let me ask you, what are some of your concerns or questions about how an ESOP will work in your company?
One of my big concerns is that for my employees to buy into the company, it's going to take some cash, I would assume, and knowing my employees, I'm not sure if they can afford it.
Dan, this is really a common misconception by owners. There are, in fact, 8 different ways that an ESOP can be structured to help employees pay for the shares, and many of them have major tax advantages available for the employees. Our process, which we developed over 19 years of working with companies such as yours, defines 2 stages and the best approach for designing and implementing an ESOP at your company. The first stage is what we call the feasibility stage, where we individually interview you, some of your partners, and also some of your key people to see if an ESOP makes sense in terms of your own goals and the goals of your other key people. This will result in a report that we will send to you in outlining 3 or 4 ways that an ESOP could be designed and the pros and cons of each. Now, if you decide to move to stage 2, then we actually design the ESOP, communicate the plan, and educate the employees on how the plan works. And it's very important that the education of the employees on how the plan works is extremely important. And how we start that process is in stage 2, is by creating an ESOP team from your own employee group. And the final result, therefore, is a plan that is fully understood and accepted by the employees.
Wow, that sounds good, Perry. So how do we get started?
Well, my team will send you an engagement letter that outlines all the costs and all the deliverables, as well as a list of documents that we need to review. Now, once you sign it, then we will start the process.
Oh, that sounds really fairly simple. Perry, thanks for helping me to understand this. I feel really good just knowing that there's a proven process out there. I knew that there had to be a model so that I didn't have to reinvent the wheel, and I also knew that if I had to figure this out on my own, it likely wouldn't happen. So this could save me a ton of time and frustration. So I've got another question, Perry. How can I learn about some other companies that have gone through your process?
We'd be pleased, Dan, to give you several references of companies that we have designed and implemented ESOPs in their companies. As well, we will give you links to different sites that have research material on ESOPs in Canada, the U.S., throughout the world. And finally, we do have a book that we are publishing, ESOPs in Canada, and that will be available through ourselves or through Amazon.ca.
Wow. Perry, thank you so much for your time and for coming over. And please go ahead and send us one of these engagement letters, and let's get started on the process.
That's great. And thanks for meeting with us, Dan, and we'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.